Hey friends, welcome back to Magus of the Frog. Happy New Year. Hope you had a wonderful holiday season. We are kicking off this year with a new brew in standard, Selesnya Sweeper Control. I have been wanting to brew a control deck for a while, and I didn't want it to be the more traditional counterspell type of control deck. Those are great and those are very iconic, but I wanted to try a control deck that controls the board and has difficult to deal with threats. Which brings us to Celestia. It's not the usual color combination used in Control, but given how good the domain cards are with Up the Beanstalk and the Overlords, there's something to be said here in terms of having a control strategy. Now, what really separates this deck from current domain decks, though, is the amount of interaction that we have. So we've got 7 mainboard sweepers in our list. I'm trying out different cards here. I want to see which ones are going to be great in the metagame. So we got 2 split ups, 3 Day of Judgments, and 2 Fumigates. In terms of single target removal, we got 13 cards. We got 3 Get Lost, 3 Parting Gust, 3 Leyline Binding, and 4 copies of Archdruid's Charm. So a third of our deck here, these 20 cards, are dedicated to controlling the board. What's great about this deck is that our threats work quite nicely with all of our sweepers. So we've got the creature lands, we got Restless Prairie. This one evades sweepers quite nicely. We've got the Overlords, which stay on the battlefield as enchantments before they turn into creatures. So we can time it so that they become creatures after we've swept the board. We've got Nissa, which can create tokens after we've swept the board. And then we've got Thrun, which survives the board wipe and is pretty good against a lot of the popular removals these days. So makes it so that we invalidate a lot of their cards. Our opponents would need Edict effects or sweepers of their own to deal with Thrun. And we can save our threats using Parting Gust. So this is not just a removal spell, it's a great defensive card. We can blink our creature and have it come back to the end step. So we can either save Thrun or we can get another enter the battlefield effect from our Overlords. We are also playing 4 copies of Up the Beanstalk. Great for card advantage, and if you've ever played with this card or against it, you'll know that if left unchecked, it can get kind of crazy with the amount of cards it's drawing us. In terms of the sideboard here, I'll go more in depth as we play our games. But we got some package against aggressive decks, against graveyard decks, against enchantment decks, or decks that use a lot of enter the battlefield effects. So Elish Norn is great at that. So we'll see how this control deck does. It is largely untested, but I think it does have a strong game plan. We want to control the early and mid game with all of these interactions and then resolve and finish the game with our late game threats. So let's see how we do. I'm going to run this through the new rank ladder. The season just started just to get some games in. Eventually, I'll do the traditional standard event once I'm happy with a bit more tuning from this deck. But we're literally going to be trying it out for the first time this season. So let's see how we do. Thank you so much for joining the journey. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and if you feel so inclined, would love your subscription. Not necessary, but infinitely appreciated. All right, let's get some games in. I'll see you round 1. Let's get it. Okay, first match here. We are on the play. Lucky us. Okay, this looks like a keepable hand here. We can Overlord into Leyline Binding, but we can also keep up a Get Lost early. Would love to have something like a Beanstalk, I think. Okay, looks like our opponent mulliganed once, so we'll start with Lush Portico here, and nice. We did get the Beanstalk, so that's a turn 2 Beanstalk. We're playing against Dimir here. Let's see, is this Dimir tempo? That's the most likely thing here. I think we will still just Overlord here. They can Fairy Mastermind here to also draw a card. But I'm kind of okay with that because we are developing our board quite nicely here. And we finally have 1 mana Leyline Bindings. So let's see what we can do here. They can attack here. Looks like they didn't have a Kaito. And then we can just pass the turn here and keep up removal spells. Okay, I think I will get lost here. Ah, okay. Then we'll get lost again. Very nice. Okay, glad that we got Parting Gust there because I think what I want to do next is Archdruid Charm for Thrun and then have the Parting Gust to protect it. So they can explore here. They get to surveil too.
Now I know your weakness.
And then use a map. Okay. Well, we have answers to all of these, so let's see. We'll Archdruid's Charm. Search for Thrun. Then we'll Demolition Field so that they shuffle away their curiosity. No, I think we'll save Demolition Field for something like Restless. What do you call it? The blue-black Restless card. Okay, nice that we drew an untapped land there. We're just gonna Leyline Binding now, while we can. And then we'll pass the turn. We'll have 2 really big creatures in the battlefield. Okay, go for the throat here means that they can't play their curiosity, and now we have mana for Parting Gust. So very nice here. We'll pass. Okay, Demolition Field is going to be quite nice. Looks like they're going for Restless Reef here. Okay, so I'm going to Demolition Field in response. Okay. Looks like we are able to navigate that quite nicely. So against Dimir, I think we will still keep our sweepers. And Leyline Binding's quite nice against them. I think Nissa might not be the best one. It's just too expensive. We can bring in Elspeth's Smite to just deal with early creatures. I kind of like that. And it also deals with the Enduring Curiosity quite well. So let's do that. I think we'll only need 2 Thruns, but I think that's fine. We'll cut 1 Archdruid's Charm. I think this is a good strategy to try. Okay, so game 2, very nice. We have another Beanstalk hand. Those are the hands that I think will really be good with this deck. Okay, so Razor Verge Thicket into Brushland Beanstalk. Okay, thankfully we have 2 Beanstalk. They'll probably get the Get Lost here. Okay, nice. So we get to Beanstalk. And then next turn we can Cavern of Souls and then Overlord. Okay, that's not too bad. We can eventually wipe the board. Okay, I'll play Thicket first since they don't have counterspell mana anyway. And then hoping to draw a sweeper. Next turn we can play Thrun. They would need like an Edict effect to deal with it. Okay, looks like here comes a Kaito. I'm okay with that.
This is where things worry, Pom-Pom-Chen. I've got this.
So I think the play is to Thrun here.
It's its own weapon.
Okay, Parting Gust is nice, but I think it is still Thrun time. Let's go Fountain Port into Thrun. Okay, so what would they likely do? They can't target Thrun. They would need Sheoldred's Edict or Blot Out.
Just try to keep up.
Okay. They only attack with the bat. Okay, that makes sense. So they don't have a removal spell for Thrun right now. Ah, okay. So they have an Enduring Curiosity. Okay. What can we do? I think we'll Lush Portico to see what we have on top. Split Up is great. We will Leyline Binding the Enduring Curiosity. We'll attack Kaito here. And then we'll play a Beanstalk.
I fought so hard.
Yeah. Okay, nice. And we got the Smite for the Deep Cavern Bat. Very nice. And then Smite here. Ooh, okay. This is gonna work out perfectly for us. Well, our opponent conceded, but what we would have done there is on our turn, we would have cast Split Up, destroying all untapped creatures. Our Thrun will survive, and then keep up stuff like Get Lost to deal with their creature lands, or Parting Gust to save Thrun if they do find an Edict effect. So, what a nice control game there. All right, let's see what the second match has in store. See you then. Okay, second match here. Lucky us, we are on the play. Okay, this is a keep, I think, because we got 2 white sources for our sweeper, and we've got Beanstalk. Okay, so probably going against an aggressive red deck. They are playing the Mice Sleeves and Avatar. Okay, Fumigate is nice if we get the land for it later. Okay, need more lands. Oof, unfortunately, no land there. Okay, thankfully we drew that one, so we can split up next turn. Okay, lots of damage here. So we'll be at 7, and then down to 6 after we split up, and then we'll take 2 more here. So very, very risky here. Okay, I'll put that down. Actually, that's not too bad because we can Overlord. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Destroy all tap creatures. We are dead to a lot of things, unfortunately. But our game 2 and game 3 against the red decks, I think will be really good. Okay, so that's kind of to be expected. Game 1 against the red deck. So let's put in all of our good aggressive anti-aggro cards. So we got 4 Authority of the Consuls and 3 Elspeth Smite. We can also put in Frillback for life gain. So that is 9 cards. I think Leyline Binding's not very good against them. Unless we have the Everywhere token from the Overlord. I think Nissa could be too slow. And I'm not too keen on the White Overlord against them. Yeah, let's try this. And then I think we don't need that many Thruns either. Okay, I think this is a good game plan against aggro. Let's try it. Okay, so on the play here, looking for Authority. Okay, Authority is nice. I think this means we can start off with Lush Portico. And I think I will keep the charm. It is a ramp spell. Okay, so we'll go Authority and then keep up Elspeth Smite. Okay, nice. Elspeth Smite's gonna do some work here. So we'll still be taking 1. Okay, Get Lost or up the Beanstalk. Or Archdruid's Charm. I kind of want to just play up the Beanstalk. Okay. Here comes Scamp. Thankfully, that comes in tapped. Here comes a Hired Claw. Okay, so we can split up next turn and wipe their board. Okay, destroy all tapped creatures. Yep, yeah, they probably just used all their threats there. So that's a quick concession from them. Okay, what else can we play here? I don't think there is much. Yeah, we'll just run it back. Ooh, okay. Game 3, and we do have some sweepers, so I think this is a keep. So we'll start off with Razor Verge Thicket, turn to Beanstalk, and then we got sweepers coming in. Okay, Demolition Field. Not very useful against the red deck. Okay, so we've got Split Up. They can use their pump spell on the Scamp here. Oh, it looks like they're going for the Heartfire hero. Okay, so unfortunately we will be taking a lot of damage here. rush land into split up, right? Then we take 4. Yikes. Okay, so getting quite scary here. Well, thankfully they didn't have a play there. Okay, Fountain Port I think is the play, and then pass. Okay, here comes Hired Claw. Then we get lost that. Okay, Authority is clutch. We'll play Brushland. And then pass. I don't think I want to use Fountain Port and go down to 3. Because we've got Brushlands. Okay, very nice that we drew Thrun there. So Burst Lightning can still kill us. Let's look what we have here. Another Overlord? Maybe. I'll play this as a 6/5. And then hope we survive. I think Burst Lightning is something they'd still play. Okay, Lightning Strike plus another burn spell. Ah, okay. Yeah, it was pretty dicey there. I think instead of trying to go for a sweeper, I should have just mulliganed aggressively to get Authority of the Consoles. But we were very close to stabilizing there had we not taken some damage from our Brushland. And if we were, I think, a bit earlier in terms of getting our interaction. Okay, so it looks like we still have some pretty good game against the red deck. That's nice to see. All right, let's check out the next match. Okay, we're on the draw here. We do have a Beanstalk plus a Get Lost for early interaction. Okay, I think this is a keep. Ooh, looks like another aggressive deck though. That's gonna be tricky. Okay, they didn't have a turn 2 play. Maybe they're burn. Okay, turn 3, we've got Get Lost. Okay, so we can Razor Verge Thicket and then play another Beanstalk here. I'm not really too scared about this. I guess we'll see. If they're tokens deck, then I think Get Lost on their War Leader's Call is a good play. Ah, okay. So I think we do have to do this then. So it's like a red-white tokens deck. Okay, very cool. We do get the opportunity to fumigate soon, though. This, I think I will bin. Yeah. And then Beanstalk here. Hoping to draw an untapped land. Okay, we still have Day of Judgment, but I think Fumigate will be the better one so we can gain some life. Okay, they do miss out on the Forge. Oh, but they can cast it next turn. Okay, so Fumigate. Since we drew an untapped land? Yeah. Nice. Okay, so we have the Archdruid's Charm for their Forge. And the Screaming Nemesis. Okay. So what can we do? We can... Archdruid's Charm to get the Forge, but the current issue is the Nemesis. So that's probably a Leyline Binding. Yeah, let's do it now, so we can draw some cards. And then I'll play, I guess, the tap land first. Then discard the brush land. Then next turn, we can do Leyline Binding plus Archdruid's Charm. Okay. So, do I just Nissa and then get their Forge? Or play it safe? Okay, we'll play it safe. We'll do Overlord here. And then Archdruid's Charm, the Forge, before they go to combat. Right? Oh, I guess we could just do it now. That way we don't have to discard. Once we have Nissa, we have a pretty good chance of winning fast. So let's play a Forest. Thrun is nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got how many forests? 1, 2 in play. Okay. I kind of want to just keep up Leyline Binding. Maybe I'm being too scared. Look, it's game 1. I think we're okay doing this. We're just going to make sure to leave back 1 token here, just in case they have a threaten effect for our 8/8. Okay, they had Elspeth Smite, so their hand might just be really awkward removal spells. Ah, okay. Very cool. So they get to wipe the board. They're playing some sort of Boros control deck. Well, that's pretty sweet. Okay, so we'll go Hushwood Verge, cast Split Up, destroy all untapped creatures, and then play Thrun, which is a very difficult to deal with threat. And then plus here. Okay, very nice. So they are playing creatures. So I'm guessing Authority will be good against them, and Elish Norn. Pop-Patch Formation, maybe. I think Tranquil Frillback will be good since they're playing the Forge. Yeah. So we'll take out Parting Gust. Leyline Binding, I think they can easily deal with Get Lost. And then I think Nissa's not very good. Nissa or the White Overlord? Oh, let's try taking out Nissa first. Let's try this. Okay, game 2 here. This looks like a keep. We've got Authority into Beanstalk into Charm. Okay, opponent plays the Vantage, so we'll play the consoles here. Turn 2 Beanstalk, and I think the Charm, I'll use it to find a green Overlord. Okay. Yeah, we'll do Beanstalk here. Next turn, keep up Charm, or play another consoles. We will eventually need a sweeper. Okay, our opponent just plays a land there. Okay, we do have the sweeper, which means we can pass the turn here and search up. Okay, our opponent's not really doing anything, so I think they have just a ton of interactive cards. Yeah, I'll get the green Overlord here. So we'll do this, and then we'll play consoles. Okay, Get Lost is nice for their enchantment. But in the meantime, let's just keep putting in some consoles. If they have a flash token generator, that would have been the time to use it. And then next turn, we can Archdruid's Charm for Thrun. Yeah. Okay. We'll play our Restless Prairie here and pass. They are giving us a lot of time. They don't have any pressure whatsoever. So we'll Archdruid's Charm here. Search for a Thrun. We'll do Verge into Thrun. Keep up Get Lost. Not sure what our opponent has, but they have just been passing the turn. Next turn, we get our green Overlord into the battlefield. Ah, okay. That's not a problem. I think I will just Get Lost this. And then play the white Overlord. And then Lush Portico here. Looking for interaction. So I'm not sure if our opponent is gonna sweep the board here. They do have White Sun's Twilight, or I forgot what the card is called, but they need 7 mana to wipe the board. Okay. So they get another... Okay, they binned it. Huh. I think we just take this because they're dead on the swing back. Right? Yeah. Alright. GG's. So, not sure what really happened there. I think our opponent just didn't do anything. Well, they didn't really put pressure on us at the beginning of the game, and it just gave us time to really set up, and we weren't really in any danger there. Alright, well, that was match 3. Let's see what match 4 brings us. Okay, match 4, we are on the play. That's nice. And, ooh, do I keep this? I think I will, but would like some more lands. We do have a high amount of land count. Okay, getting a third land there is great because we can use the charm to ramp us. Ooh, is this mono black? Okay, duress means they can get our charm, but they're more likely to get something else. I think charm is what they should get because it ramps us, but we don't know what they have in their hand. Okay, looks like they got a binding. Okay, so we'll play Razor Verge Thicket here and pass. And then we'll use Archdruid's Charm to ramp. Okay, here's a Liliana.
Enough with the mysteries.
I think I'll discard Split Up.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Okay, I think I still will Charm here, though. And then get a Lush Portico. Another Charm. Okay, I think I like that. So we'll Nissa now. Just so that we can start pressuring this Liliana. We'll discard the Day of Judgment if they plus. Ah, okay, Shieldred's Edict. And a sacrifice. Okay. That means I'm going to kill Liliana with Restless Prairie. And then play a Fountain Port. So I might have to use the Archdruid's Charm to get a Thrun. They do have mainboard Shieldred's Edict, so they do have the tools to deal with the Thrun. Okay, here comes a Preacher. I think we just pass. Or do we Day of Judgment this? Very tricky, very tricky. I think we can survive it for now. Okay, they're just passing here, which tells me they have a lot of removal spells. So let me go get Thrun. And then make a fish. It's like they were debating using a counter spell there. Counter spell, a removal spell. We'll play Thrun. And I'll just keep this fish back. I think we are playing against mono black control. So they got Liliana, Preacher. Are they playing Annex? Okay, here comes Go for the Throat. And Shieldred's Edict. Okay. So now they're unlikely to develop the board, right? Because they know we have a Day of Judgment. Okay, Get Lost is nice, but I think I'll save that for a Planeswalker. And then now we have a Day of Judgment that they don't know about. So maybe they overextend and play out a bunch of threats. Okay, that's not too bad. I think I'll just Day of Judgment it. Yeah. Then we'll keep up Fountain Port. Here comes Preacher. And Shouldred. Okay, thankfully we have Get Lost for that. And a Leyline Binding. Okay. We'll see what our opponent does first, though. Okay, they're just gonna try and attack. So we'll get the Preacher here. Ah, okay. Here comes a Ritual Chamber. And then we'll Fountain Port. So I guess we're looking for a removal spell. Alright, so we'll make a fish here. We can sacrifice it to get what do you call it? To draw a card, which I think we will. Archdruid's Charm. That can get Thrun. And it can also get the Unholy Annex. Okay. We'll do it before they get their end step trigger. Oof. They had a Sanctuary. I mean, thankfully we have a Demolition Field. Okay, they're gonna Annex here. I think we're gonna Demolition Field. Oh, shoot. We messed the timing up. I think I should have put it here. Okay, we'll get this. And then we'll exile this. So we messed up the timing there. We're going to take some damage here. So I think the stop should have been here. Okay, that is something. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I think we just do this. If they have double removal spell, well, that's going to be tricky. So we can block the 7/7 here and sacrifice the token to Fountain Port. So let's do that. Ooh, Razor Verge Ticket's not what we're looking for. If they play an Annex here, we lose. Okay, Deep Cavern Bat's not that bad. But shields are down. Okay, so we Lush Portico first to see what's on top of the deck. We need a sweeper. This won't do it. So that goes to the bin. And then we have to use this now. Oof, okay. We didn't get there, so we'll go to game 2 here. And I'm thinking against them, Paw Patch Formation seems nice. Tranquil Frillback is a maybe. Let's see. Fumigate, maybe not. Maybe I don't need this many sweepers against them. I mean, they have some really scary creatures, so I'm kind of inclined to keep the sweepers. So they can't really deal with Leyline Binding because they're playing Mono Black unless they have Feed the Swarm. These are all good. I think it's the White Overlord, really. Yeah, let's try this. Okay. They let us go play first. I'm kind of okay with that. I'll keep this. We do have Lush Portico. And Beanstalk is great there. That will help us catch up from being on the play. They can duress here and get the Charm. Okay, they did get the Charm, but thankfully our Beanstalk was able to evade that duress. Oh, and nice. We do have the one copy of our White Overlord left. Hoping to draw the Green Overlord. Okay, we didn't, but we still have a game plan here. Okay, here's Liliana. And I think I'll do the split up.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Okay, and then I will Overlord here. If they plus, I will get the second copy of Parting Gust out. If they minus, oh yeah, then this is fine. We do have the Get Lost for the Liliana. Okay. Yeah, this is no problem. So we do Get Lost plus keep Nissa, or do we play Nissa now? If we play Nissa now, they can minus Liliana plus get the... I kind of want to play Nissa now. Yikes, I'm not sure actually. I see a case for both, but I'm gonna go with the more mana efficient play here. And then plus. So this is a removal spell for the token, it seems. Oh, no, they just had Shoulder's Edict. Okay. Good to know. That's 2 Shoulder's Edicts down. That means our Thrun is quite possibly going to be able to survive here. They can minus Liliana to get rid of this token. If they plus, I will discard this Parting Gust. Let's see what they have, though. Okay, our opponent's back. They destroyed our token. But we do have the Get Lost ready. And they discarded a Preacher. Okay. So I'll Get Lost now. And then use Archdruid's Charm to find the Thrun, I think. Okay, yeah, this is no problem. And I will Get Lost here. Okay. I'm just gonna pass here, and then I'll keep up Parting Gust for our Overlord. Just in case they just drew a removal spell for it. Okay, they didn't. Then here I can Archdruid's Charm to kill their Soulstone Sanctuary. Oh yeah. That's gonna be good. Then I'll just keep up this Parting Gust to save our Overlord from any shenanigans from our opponent here. Alright, very nice. Able to win that one. Let's see, I'm thinking the Overlord's actually better than the Nissa, given that they have Shoulder's Edict. And then... really, that's kind of it. Yeah, I like this game plan against them. Alright, let's run it back. Okay, our opponent chose to go first this time. We can't keep this hand. Okay, this is a great hand. A bit slow due to all of the tap lands. So let's see, we put back Paw Patch Formation because Get Lost is just the better removal spell. It can get Planeswalkers. Yeah, so I think the game plan is to do Lush Portico and hope to find an untapped land so we can do Up the Beanstalk. Okay, no duress here. Okay, untapped land is great. And I wouldn't mind another untapped land, so we'll keep that. That way we can turn 2 Up the Beanstalk and then turn 3 Overlord. Oh, never mind. There goes our Beanstalk. Okay, the game plan doesn't change. We're just holding up Get Lost now. So if they play Liliana, we have an answer. Okay, no Liliana, so let's go Hushwood Verge into Impending Overlord here. Our opponent missed land drop. And we just need more action. Okay, our opponent's not doing anything, but we are not doing much either. They're looking for a third land. I'm guessing they have Preacher or even Liliana. Okay, here's Liliana. I'll discard the brush land and I'll get
Happy
lost
to
there.
help, but I'm taking the credit when we win. You won't be outsmarting me.
So there goes our brush land, and then we'll get lost here.
No fun when they hit back.
We'll play Restless Prairie and then attack here since they are tapped out. We get our Overlord next turn, so keeping up Parting Gust will be pretty good here. Okay, this means that... Ooh, okay. If I Parting Gust, if I attack with the Prairie, they'll go down to 12, then 10 from Unholy Annex, but I won't have Parting Gust, so I think I gotta save Parting Gust, because they probably have a removal spell. Ah, okay. This is perfect. We get to Parting Gust our Overlord if they minus the Liliana. Nice. And then we get to hit them for 11. Okay, so they need to play a demon in order to not die to their Annex. Okay, this is game, I think. We'll discard the split up. And then they have to block here, right? And then we have lethal. Yeah. Okay, good game. Our opponent did get stuck on lands there. That was very unfortunate for them. But we had some pretty good control elements in that game. Very nice. They discarded Go for the Throat and then Preacher. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. The Mono Black deck does have game against us because of the Childred's Edict. But it looks like they didn't really... things didn't really go their way that round. Alright, we'll go to the last match. Okay, last match here. Let's see what we got. Can't keep this, unfortunately. It's a one-lander. Okay, this is much better. And I think I'll remove the Parting Gust. Yeah. Oh no! Our opponent conceded. Not sure why. Maybe they misclicked and meant to mulligan. So we'll just run it back. And our opponent conceded. Okay, well, that was an easy rank up. Dang. Well, it happens. Sometimes we are playing ranked. I guess I'll play one more since that was very short. Let's do it. Okay, last match of the day. We are on the play. Okay, this looks like a keep. We have some early interaction. Another Restless Prairie. Yeah, I guess I can use some lands. Ooh, so we might be against what? The Esper Pixie deck? So Parting Gust is probably not as good, and Nissa is too far away. So let's discard Nissa. I'll play this and then pass. Okay, here comes Storm Chaser's Talent. And another Hopeless Nightmare. Okay. I think that means we'll go with the Parting Dusk or the Restless Prairie. I think Restless Prairie. I mean Parting Gust. And then we can save Get Lost for when they do something like a Pixie. Or we can use it to get their Otter. Let's try the Otter for now. I don't have much experience playing against the Esper Pixie deck, but I have seen its play patterns and it is quite strong. Okay, no white mana so far. Maybe this isn't Pixie? Okay, we at least have a Day of Judgment. Oh, here comes a Kaito. Big yikes.
Let's give it our all. The housewarming party has arrived. Your secrets didn't stay.
Okay. Our best bet is to play Overlord here, but we are not in a good position, unfortunately. Ah, okay, so maybe they're not playing the Esper version and just playing a Dimir version. Yeah. What's good against them? Archdruid Charm.
I've trained with the best.
No blocks, I think. I think we've lost this game. Yeah, because we can Archdruid's Charm to kill the Fear of Isolation and then kill Kaito, but we're not doing much after that. Let's try it though. Ah. Okay, so we get Kaito, but we kinda just lose. Because they can Sanctuary us plus Hopeless Nightmare. Ah, okay. So they play Isolation again, and then they Hopeless Nightmare us. And then Cryptic Coat makes stuff unblockable. Yeah, that's game, huh? Okay. We'll have to find out what we can do against them. This seems like a pretty good matchup where we can bring in Elish Norn. And then enchantment removal is kind of needed. So we can get rid of Parting Gust. And then maybe the sweepers. Maybe split up. And then we'll keep Day of Judgment. Day of Judgment and Fumigate. Yeah, we'll keep these as sweepers. We'll have Elish Norn, Leyline Binding. They aren't playing white, right? Yeah. So this is Dimir. Okay, so Get Lost gets enchantments. This gets enchantments. This gets enchantments. This gets enchantments. This gets enchantments. Elishnorn's great against them. I think we cut one Thrun. Yeah. Okay, let's try this. Okay, we're on the play. Um. Hmm. I kind of want to keep this just because we have Get Lost. And we have Ramp should we need it. Okay, we'll play another Prairie here. Here comes the Storm Chaser's talent. So we don't want to be using our removal spells on the Otter. I don't think. And then we pass here. Okay. This could be a Kaito, but we have the Get Lost for Kaito. Okay.
Your tech is way. The housewarming party has arrived.
So, what do? We
6 different ways.
Archdruid's Charm, exiling the Storm Chaser's talent. And then we Get Lost their Kaito here.
Definitely lost.
Here's the Storm Chaser's talent. And a Cryptic Coat. Okay. We can deal with the Cryptic Coat with the Tranquil Frillback. Okay, let's do that. So Tranquil Frillback, auto pay, destroying their Cryptic Coat. Here comes a Go for the Throat and some Explore triggers. Okay, so as additional thing to cast, so we can Archdruid's Charm their Storm Chaser's talent, or we hope to draw a Sweeper. I kind of just hoping to draw a Sweeper, actually. Okay, there goes Go for the Throats. They're gonna Fear of Isolation, get a what? Another Go for the Throat. Okay. I'm happy to block here. Okay, up the Beanstalk. And then I think I have to Archdruid's Charm this before they level 3 it. Okay, they can hit us for a lot if they activate the Restless Reef. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, what do we discard here? The Beanstalk, I guess? Okay, so we'll do this. Ooh, that's not good. And then we kind of just have to pass here. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we Leyline Binding to draw a card. See what we get. Oof, Cavern of Souls not it. Let's get this, right? No, we have to get this. I don't want to go too low. Oof. Okay, this is gonna be rough because they will have the go for the throat for the Overlord, right? And then there's nothing we can really do about that. If they Restless Reef, we can block, but that's about it. Okay. Damn. I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with the, what do you call it? The Dimir version of this Pixie deck. It seems very strong. Okay, they're not going for Restless Reef. Okay, so we still have a chance. Another Hopeless Nightmare kills us. Oh, and then they can just return the Hopeless Nightmare. Very, very nice. Very cool deck. So we need something like Elish Norn to really deal with this deck. And maybe that's what we should have searched up with the charm, but we also they also just had go for the throat. So I think something like Surge of Salvation will be good against them. Oh, I guess this one doesn't target, so maybe not. Yeah, so very cool deck here. We're gonna have to figure out how to defeat something like this, since this seems to be getting quite popular in the metagame. But overall, I'm pretty happy about this control deck. I think it has some legs. It just needs some tuning. So yeah, I'll see you at the outro. And there you have it, guys. Those are some fun games. Amazing control deck here, I think. I think there's a shell here that can be tuned into something a bit more optimized and competitive. I don't think Fumigate is necessary. I think I'd rather have cheaper rats. So Day of Judgment, maybe the fourth copy, and then Split Up, maybe a third copy. And then I think that Parting Gust is pretty good, but it also is kind of too cute. I think I'd rather have more Get Losts and something to deal with, something other than just creatures. But it is pretty good in terms of utilizing defensively with our threats. I don't think Nissa is actually going to be a main board card here. I think it's better as a sideboard card. We'll see. I think the sideboard has some work to do as well. I think we have some pretty good tools against aggro, but we do need some better tools against some upcoming decks that are becoming a bit more popular, like Esper Pixie or the Dimir deck that we just played. So maybe more copies of Elish Norn or even Torpor Orb. We'll see. Either way, thank you so much for joining the journey. Happy New Year. Once again, hope this year is going to be great for you. I'm going to be putting out a lot of content. Tomorrow is going to be Timeless, and Friday we're going to be playing a meta deck in Standard. I'm going to be calling it Friday Night Meta. So, lots of content to be had here in the channel. Really appreciate you being here this early in my journey. I'm hoping to just continuously improve and provide a better product for the audience. So, thank you once again. Consider subscribing if you'd like to follow the journey, but also would love just a like button or a comment. Honestly, any sort of engagement would really help my channel. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. What else can I say but have a great day?